Hey everybody, this is Ori from AstroWeb, and I'm going to showcase the Magento 2 Commerce feature called a customer segment. So what are customer segments? So customer segments are a way for the business to set up rules to associate customers into these segments, into smaller groups. Once they're associated to smaller groups, you can do some marketing efforts, some really nice marketing efforts for them. So a little bit about it. So first of all, Magento also has something called customer groups. Okay, so customer groups can allow one customer to be associated to one customer group. And based on those groups, you can set different promotions, okay? Mainly promotions, pricing for products and promotions. Customer segments allow any customer to be assigned to multiple segments, and then you can run many different types of marketing efforts based on the segment. So it allows you much more flexibility, and you can do many more things. Plus, customers will get assigned to segments in real time. So if they do something, they can join a segment, join multiple segments, they can get removed from segments, and so groups are a much different thing. Okay, so let's look at a few things: how you set up segments, how you what kind of features you have, and what you can do with the segments later. Okay, so first of all, let's create a new segment right here. Let's just make up a segment right now, and we'll call it the segment, for example, female only customers. Okay, so I'll show you, this is going to be an example to show you about female only, but I'll show you some of the other features as well. So now I'm going to assign this segment to all of the websites in case you have a multi-website in Magento. I'm going to activate it, and I'm going to select if these will apply to registered customers, to visitors only, or to visitors and registered customers. Okay. So once I do that, a new segment I need to save and continue, and then more tabs are going to showcase here. So first of all, I select conditions. And under conditions, I'm going to have 4 different categories how to assign these conditions. One are customer-related attributes. The other one are shopping cart information when people are at the shopping cart page. The other one is product information based on things they have in their shopping cart, their wish list, or things they've viewed in the past or have purchased, and then just general sales information. So order address, sales amount, number of orders, quantity. Okay, so let's look at a few of these things. So customers, first of all. So Magento 2 Commerce allows you to create your own customer attributes. Just like you can create product attributes, you can create your own. So for example, if I wanted to create a customer attribute, let me go here. I'm going to go to customer attributes. I'm going to open a new tab. I can create a new attribute, for example, called age. And if I scroll down to the bottom or the middle, let's say, there's a field called use in customer segment. If I select this on yes and I save, then in my conditions, I will have another one called age, for example, and then I can select, for example, anyone that's 24 years old goes in this segment. Anyone that's above 24, 28, etc. goes in this segment. So now you can see that you can create a ton of segments. You can create, female only segments, male only segments. You can create above a certain age, below a certain age. You can create, living in a certain area, or let's give a simpler example. Their gender, they're female and they're above 40 years old. They're in a certain customer group and they're, etc. They subscribe to newsletter, etc. So you can do these. So the first one are customer related attributes, okay, which you can add. The second one are shopping cart information. Anything they have in their shopping cart now, that their total, their line items, their product quantity, you can assign them to in real time. You can assign them to these segments. The next one are product lists. Okay, so product related. So list, as mentioned before, can either be related to things they have in their shopping cart or things they have in their wish list, which is a really nice feature. The other one are things in their product history. So either things that they've viewed or that they've purchased or ordered. Okay, this is a very nice one as well. Okay, and the next one are sales, right? So actual orders that they've made, sales amount, number of orders. This is one of my favorites. So I like to create segments of customers that have never ordered, customers that have ordered once, customers that have ordered more than once, right? So you can create multiple segments for those. Okay, so once you do that and you select something, so let's select, for example, their favorite food. If they had, let's say we had an attribute called favorite food and they had to select when they register what is their favorite food. I would select pizza, for example, and I would save it. Once you save it, you can see here that the number of customers, you can see a preview of customers that match these conditions. And here in this sample site, we only have one, for example, one customer. Okay, so now we created this. Great. So now that we have our segments, let's see what we can actually do marketing wise. So we can really do two things, two important things. Number one is we can create some cart rules, so coupons or just cart promotions. If you create the new rule, what you can do is you'll create the new rule, for example, 10% off. Okay, and you know, whatever, female only, for example, customer group. I'll select everything, just do everything normal for a cart rule, but under my conditions, you're going to have another value, which is customer segment. You see that right there. This is the condition you want to select for example, female only. Right here, I'm going to select this, click on this, and now I have the customer segment. So it'll only apply this 10% off in these stores if the customer segment is female only, number 6, the ID number 6. Then I would give, for example, 10% off, and I can save it. That's it. Okay, so this is the first thing that's very powerful to use for segments. The second thing, which is more of my favorite one, is really showcasing different content on the website to these customers. So the more you can make a better user experience for your customers, show them what's relevant to them, the better. So for example, I created a very, very simple one. I basically went to content, I created a simple banner, which is basically an image upload of this. So I went to banners. For example, I created something called gear, very simple, and I selected which customer segments does this banner associate to. So for example, I selected all, so everybody can see this banner. But if I were to select, for example, only female only, or only, let's say, you know, any of the other segments, if I were to save it and I'm not logged in or I am not browsing the homepage as this segment, I will not see it. So if I refresh the page, I don't see it, right? So you can completely replace banners, add new things, remove things, and basically use banners and content to showcase a better user experience for that segment. Okay, so let me go here, for example, and this is just an example, so don't really worry about the setup, but the idea is banners use customer segments. You can select who sees it, who doesn't, and really make a better experience. Okay, so let's put this back. And what I did with the banner is basically I created the banner, I created this one image, for example, right here, which I uploaded, and then I used widgets, where is this? Widgets, to specify, for example, a widget that is located on the home page at the top with this template. Okay, so this is basically, so that's kind of the idea. So we have other videos with widgets and banners. You can see how to use this, but the idea is very, very simple. Create custom content, you know, on cart pages, on basically any page you want, on homepage, on categories, banners, widgets, content, wording. You can really do anything you want with this, but showcase this information that for specific customer segments. That's really the idea. So the last thing you can do is really small thing about reports. You can go to reports, customers, and segments. And what you can do is you can see a list of all of your segments and how many customers match those segments, how many customers are in each of these segments. Obviously, you can basically, you know, see this, etc. That's basically it. So let me know if you have any questions, if you want to go in more detail, if you want more examples. Be happy to answer them. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll be creating many, many more. Thank you.